I would pay $100 for a video of Jada Coons looking into the camera going, oh well.
Oh well.
Yo, you know exactly what we're doing. Dave Castro spent the first 8 minutes of his week in review talking about how I never say anything good about CrossFit. Nothing! So this video is going to be a highlight reel of all of the good things that I have explicitly said good or said in defense of CrossFit HQ over the course of the past year. There are a couple of things that I want to do first. Just a couple of things. Thing number one is I want to get across exactly what he said and respond to a little bit of that.
He said this line, and I wrote it down so I can quote it correctly. Tell me something good that is happening in CrossFit. I would have posted it if it was there. Well, there's a lot of good that's been done over the last year. I don't know if you've covered any of it. If you have, why don't you make a video or a reel or something educating me on when we do something well, that you cover it with praise and fair coverage.
That is what you're doing here. I'm making a video showing you all of the times that I've praised or come in defense of CrossFit HQ explicitly. Because I think somewhere in here you say that. Now I wonder if I put you on the spot, Dave, if you could come up with a handful or one or two things, because that's what I was doing. Like, name one good thing CrossFit's done. Nothing! You didn't say anything, but I got a bunch for you coming.
I don't believe that you have, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't consume enough of your content to know if you have or have not done that. So at this point, I'm putting on you. Make a reel, make a highlight reel of all the good things you've said about not CrossFit the methodology, not CrossFit the community, but CrossFit HQ. And if you can't find one fucking thing of you talking good about something HQ's done, well, I know just how slanted and biased your coverage is from that point on.
That's where he says not about the methodology, not about the community, but about explicitly CrossFit HQ. So the points I'm about to present to which I think I have 12 and a half, or 13 of them.
Wow.
You'll get all of that.
Prove me wrong. Show me where you have. And I could totally be wrong. You might always say good things about some of the things we do. But since I don't consume your content on a regular basis, and what I only hear about is the negative shit you say, I'm only going to slant towards that direction.
Somebody, riddle me this one, Dave. You get it, like the riddle me this one, Batman? Why is it that you would only hear the bad stuff that I would say? Now, we covered this on the Sevon podcast. We did the review of the Dave Castro Week in Review, and everyone's like, did you see the thing he did on Mayhem, or the thing that he did with Haley, or the stuff they did with Bill Leahy, or the stuff they did with Tyson Bagent? That's not what he's talking about, because that's got nothing to do with CrossFit HQ. And I said I wanted to do a couple of things. And thing number one is I wanted to bring up exactly what Dave said so that I could lay the groundwork for what's coming. But the other thing that I have to do would be the opposite of the crap sandwich that people talk about. And so you say something nice, you say something mean, you say something nice again. I'm going to double down on things that I have said in the past about people at CrossFit HQ, because while I have said good things, I believe that they were good things at least. Is that what you think? There are some things that I said I put into the universe, and I'm not going to backpedal on them. And number one is Mr. Josh Grau. You remember Mr. Josh Grau? I'll play a little bit of a video that I had on Mr. Josh Grau. We already know that this guy doesn't care about fitness, especially CrossFit. He doesn't have a single CrossFit post. And when he does post pictures of people working out, it's pictures of their back, and it's because he's making fun of them with what they're doing or what they're wearing. So CrossFit hired this dude, and I go into his social media, and you're gonna see that he's making fun of people and he's working out. You see, he's never done CrossFit before. He's going to be the CMO, the guy who directs all of the media in CrossFit. You would think that that guy should have done a CrossFit workout, know what CrossFit's all about. They have a new CMO that we're going to talk about later in this video. Her name's Jenna, but that guy and this dude freaking sucks. At some point, I also posted something on my Instagram about the fact that he is in a position that the median in the United States of people in the CMO position make $350,000.
Wow.
And I'm just thinking, couldn't that be better spent somewhere else instead of on this guy who has no idea what he's getting himself into? And then Don Fall was on Coffee Pods and Wads not too long after saying that he had transitioned out. So I'm doubling down on that one. I'm not doubling down on Mr. Jada Coons, though, which is another guy, where when he was hired, the big thing that everybody heard was he said CrossFit is dangerous. CrossFit just hired somebody, a new vice president of affiliates and operations. The guy's name is Jada Coons, and we're gonna compare Jada Coons to an egg.
Hello, CrossFit affiliate owners. I want to introduce myself. My name is Jay DeCoons,
and I'm the new Vice President of Affiliates and Operations.
First off, this seems like it's AI engineered. Dave on his weekend review said to give him a chance, and just because I put the oh well thing in every single freaking video that I make, that's not a bad thing.
Oh well.
I would argue that it's a good thing.
Oh well.
I would pay $100 for a video of Jada Coons looking into the camera going, oh well.
Oh well.
Because it would be so funny. I would put that in my videos. Do you know how much street cred somebody like Jada Coons would get if he had a video like that on my YouTube channel?
Oh well.
You get 10, 20, 30, 40,000 views and everyone sees Jada Coons, the man himself, the guy who's talking to all of the affiliates, and he sent Hiller a video of himself saying, oh well.
I couldn't believe it.
Come on! And I've only heard good things. I think I made an Instagram post on that. Oh, that's later in the video. I keep saying that's later in the video. Let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Now, Dave did explicitly say to talk about things that have been made in the past year, but when I first started up my YouTube channel, I had the CrossFit
Oh well.
Up series. Every single time there was a new thing that was going wrong, and mind you, Dave wasn't there for a lot of these. I'd put a new thing where it was like, this is a new color, new color, new color, and it was a laundry list. And the last one that I made actually had a CrossFit didn't
Oh well.
on it. So an honorable mention, the good things that CrossFit HQ has done, and the reason that it has to be an honorable mention is because it isn't within the last calendar year like Dave asked for, is I was fond of them implementing the strength of field, or depth of field, or strength of depth, whatever.
It doesn't matter!
The gist of all of this is that I think that it's kind of cool. It's not perfect by any means, but over and over again in the podcast on Talking Elite Fitness, Dave Eubank states that they know that it isn't perfect, but they want to be transparent. It's something that we've been clamoring about all year. It's like, tell us more, tell us more. We want to know everything at the minute you know something. Here you go. Here's stuff that they know that they're going to be doing here on forward. I thought it was cool. I think it was something that everyone's been asking for a long time. And I said that in a time where I don't think a lot of people were fond of it. And they're not fond of the new one either. And every single time I've had a chance to speak in relation to the new depth of strength of field, whatever,
It doesn't matter!
I've said good things about it. And that's in direct correlation to CrossFit HQ, ain't it? Now we're gonna move on to point number 12. These are in no order other than chronological. So it's not like this is more potent than this is less potent than that. And at some point in here, I'm gonna get to Frank. And I think Frank is without a doubt the best thing that I've done for CrossFit HQ. He's somewhere mixed in there, but understand that this is just the latest thing that I've made in this calendar year, and that is the South African affiliates. I've got an update on that video that I made about the South African affiliates. Remember that video where I had that guy talking to me through voice text on my little messenger? I reached out back on July 5th after I had posted the video saying, hey, how everything's going, glad that you liked the video. Got a response saying, Mr. Hiller, I come bearing great news. We have secured a meeting with our country manager along with Don Fall and the unhappy affiliates in KZN, which I suppose as I'm editing this piece, I'll figure out what that means. Let me start off by saying a massive thank you to you and your channel for giving us a voice. You may or may not remember, but I had this individual reach out to me via Facebook Messenger. His name is Paul. And Paul was letting me know that they were getting absolutely no support from CrossFit HQ, and then Don Fall, from what only could be led to believe is a follow-up to that video, got in touch with that community of people, had conversations with them as an effect of that video, and then I praised Don Fall for doing all of those things. It was on July 17th, so high five to Don Fall number 1. That's point number 12. Point number 11 is I made an entire video about the best of the 2023 CrossFit Games. This video, as you know, is going to be my top 10 positive best moments of the 2023 CrossFit Games. It's not about the community, it's not about the methodology. CrossFit HQ runs the CrossFit Games, so when I say things such as Castro being back at the CrossFit Games was good, or the team programming was good, repeating the alpaca was great, no swim, no barbell, and them having cuts, all of those things were good things about the CrossFit Games, and that is point number 11. Point number 10, this is one that kind of flew under the radar. Remember the video called Spiegel's Strong Side? Dave likes to hear all the bad stuff, the contentious stuff, the stuff that people might chuck around a little bit. Maybe that's why it rattles around and gets back to him at some point. But I called this Spiegel's Strong Side, and it is more about the CrossFit Strong Side, or Strong Side Strength Conditioning. And if you don't remember, when they bumped the affiliate prices, there is this email going around from Strong Side something or another, and this dude named Mitchell. I have reason to believe that this dude is incredibly jaded by CrossFit. So when he sees something going wrong over here,
Team, what's going on? Look, you got the email. You probably heard the news. Your CrossFit affiliation fee is going up to $4,500. Look, that is a massive increase with virtually zero value add. That does not sound like a smart business decision to me. Look, here's what I want to do for you. I want to give you the opportunity to grow your business, to increase your income, to take some stress off of you. I want to give you the opportunity to affiliate with StrongSide.
He's trying to pull it for everything it's worth. He wants to really stick it to the man and screw this guy. The funniest thing about all this is he tried to get me aboard. I only know because I tagged him in the video. I like to tag people in the videos that I make, so my messages populate with people at that exact moment, and I see that he sent me that video and goes, I think we're on the same page, and I just think that probably didn't work out the way that you thought, did you? Freaking idiot! Idiot! And while this isn't something where it's like, hey, good job, CrossFit, it's in defense of what HQ was doing at that time. But I bet Dave didn't hear about this, so I'm throwing it into the list at number 10. Number 9 is Andrew Charlesworth. He offered to jump on a call with me. I don't want to jump on a call with anybody.
Is that what you think? You think?
You know how long it takes to make these videos?
3 days later.
Did you compete in the North Central region or the?
No, I'm sorry. No, I screwed it up. I was Central East.
Andrew Charlesworth, Midwest affiliate rep. I don't think we're at ends. Are we at ends? I think we met somewhere in the middle. Maybe a little bit more middle than middle.
I would say absolutely middle. I appreciate you for getting all techie and getting whatever this thing is going.
Oh, this is easy. This is simple.
Yeah, I know.
We could do this all day, but you're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Another thing that was brought up during the entire affiliate bump fee from $3,000 a year up to $4,500 a year was in the comments section. Andrew Charlesworth, who runs the Midwest affiliates, I believe he's the rep for all of those. He was saying some stuff, and him and I got back and forth, and then we eventually jumped onto a call. The point of that call was to hash some things out, and we accomplished that. He is somebody that works with HQ, and I do believe that through all of that stuff, good things came of it. And I wonder if Dave Castro knew about that at number 9. Number 8 has to do with their affiliation with GoRuck this year. That bag is good. I like that bag. It's the only GoRuck thing that I've got, so we're start off on a good foot. What do you guys think? You like GoRuck? It allowed me to throw a whole bunch of crap at Noble, which is always a good thing. But then I also said I have a bag, and I like the GoRuck bag. I don't have any shoes. I don't have anything else. I actually met the owner, Jimmy, recently, and he was a good guy. I was like a big fan of Jimmy. But before I had met Jimmy, I did make a video, and in that video, I gave CrossFit props for partnering with GoRuck. My 7th point is back to Jada Coons, because the initial thing that we talked about in Jada Coons is different than this one. Actually, an Instagram post that I made where David said something about something in a comment section on one of his weekend reviews. And I want to let him know that all I'd heard at this point were good things about Jada Coons. So whether or not he said CrossFit was dangerous at one point,
Oh well.
the people that I know and I respect the opinions of these people have met up with Jada Coons, and they've said that he's doing a great job and that he still sounds like an AI robot, but that's okay. Oh well.
Oh well.
Number 6, I made an entire series of videos telling everybody to sign up for the Open.
The city is underwater. The National Guard is coming, and some will seize the chance to grab everything they can.
Which means that I wasn't telling people not to sign up for the Open, which would have been a negative, which means that I believed in what CrossFit was doing at that point in time.
Together, we will learn to believe in Gotham again.
And then they kicked me out of it. I didn't throw a hissy fit about that either. But everything surrounding the CrossFit Open from Andrew Hiller's planet, Andrew Hiller's universe was all good. CrossFit HQ runs the CrossFit Open, don't it? Wow, Dave has short-term memory. Sign up for the Open. Get people to sign up for the Open. At the beginning of this, I brought up Josh Grau and how he's not getting a pass. He's out as far as Andrew Hiller is concerned. On the other hand, this Jenna chick, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. It's like Haka. I follow her on Instagram. She follows me on Instagram. That's shocking. But this Jenna chick, I said, has been doing a good job. I explicitly said so in the first post where I saw that she had been hired. Word for word, it says, good job, Jenna. Or good job, CrossFit. Good job, something. Dave wants to know where I've applauded CrossFit. There it is. Good job. Oh, and then this is the thing that I think is the most powerful, the best thing that I've done for CrossFit. And while it isn't saying, hey, good job, and like bending over and bowing down to CrossFit HQ, I did eviscerate Frank for them. He doesn't have a plan. There is no plan. He hasn't even talked to CrossFit. If I could go over to the Affiliate Collective page, click on a link that brings me to a PDF sheet that says, these are the action items that we're going to do. Here's the date that we're going to approach CrossFit. We need X amount of dollars to do so. They do this. They're called Kickstarters. This is on a much larger base. What are you going to do in the foreign countries? Because you're from the United States, you're from Monterey, California. What are you going to do with Europe and Asia? And how are you going to pay all these people who take care of these places? Frank doesn't know what he needs to know, and he is at the peak of Mount Stupid. Now, of course, I think I also made a tweet about how Don Fall finally grew a set of balls when he de-affiliated Frank, and that would be actually bowing down and bending over to CrossFit when I say something like that. When I destroy Frank, I do something that I don't think that they can do. There were these awesome memes that people were sending me about him jumping into a coffin. It's like, hey, get in the coffin, Frank. He thought that it was a good thing. The entire CrossFit Affiliate Collective concept was toasted after I got done with Frank. And I think that that's good for CrossFit HQ. During the quarterfinals, my third point brings up the fact that what happened with the step-ups is good, and it's all that we've been asking for. And this is in the middle of my dude, Bill, who I judged myself. I had to tell everybody, it's like, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I made an Instagram post about it. This blows. And he got penalized, and I was right there, and I'm the no-rep guy, but you guys did the right thing. I told CrossFit they did the right thing. I was telling everybody. I was messaging, projecting, telling everybody, good job, CrossFit. I did that on Instagram. Notice I'm going back and forth between YouTube and Instagram here, and Dave says he doesn't see any of my stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and bet that nobody on his team said, wow, Hiller said we did a good job of the quarterfinals, but he freaking did. Even on the freaking step-up thing. And he still should have done step-overs, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Number 2, which while we're talking about the last calendar year, I want to go back to last year. I made a video. I remember I was sitting in Newport, somewhere in California, and I made a video about the rise of the machines because all of the semifinals workouts came out, and I'm thinking, these are terrible. There's machines in every workout. There's 2 runs, 3 assault bikes, echo bikes, whatever. And I'm just thinking, CrossFit shouldn't be a machine-dominated sport. CrossFit hasn't been a machine-dominated sport, and all we see are machines at the semifinals qualifying people for the games. This year, I made a video on the contrary. I said that I really liked the semifinals workouts. I said that it's going to get the fittest people there. You look at the workouts, is a simplicity to the way that it's written. You look at it and you get it. Oh, okay, this is what it is. No problem. And almost anybody anywhere could do these things. You don't need like some crazy new rucksack. You don't need to figure out some new gymnastics crazy thing. It is a great test of fitness. I don't know why, but I'm really fond of the fact that the first 2 events are both 5 rounds. I like the way that the legless rope climbs are sprinkled in with the box jump over, splitting them up. I'm a huge fan of that snatch event. The best people will indeed get to the CrossFit Games, in my opinion, via these tests of fitness. And I gave props to Dave and Bosman for doing those things. CrossFit HQ, high five, number 2. And then number 1, I give a little bit more love to Adrian Bosman when I tell him that he did a good job coming back to Bob and saying, hey dude, your ideas are trash.
Boz was like, hey man, like you made this workout too complicated, right? And he was totally right.
Thank you, Bosman. Thank you, Bosman. Now, if you would have only stepped in way more, and if you consider Bob and Joe part of the CrossFit HQ team, well, sorry, I'm not letting them off either. They're being chucked into the Josh Grau bucket.
Perfect.
I have heard no good things about Joe and Bob. I wanted to make another video on Joe and Bob. If you want to hear more about Joe and Bob, let me know. But I wanted to do this crazy thing on some workout, and Adrian Bosman goes, hold on, guys, you've overcomplicated this. Thank you for Adrian Bosman is what I said. He saved all of the masters and their crazy freaking workout that they were going to have to do. Now, this video is getting a little bit long already, and I would bet that Dave isn't going to see this, but he did challenge me for the last calendar year, and I bet he never saw any of the stuff that I put up before. And maybe here's the difference between myself and Dave. And Alexis hates this about me. I won't just defend you because I like you. And in Alexis's case, I love her. If you do something wrong, you kind of have to live with it. There was one point in time where we were at the affiliate and Alexis threw something into the wrong trash can. Oddly enough, the trash can was to another gym owner. They had just moved in and we were moving a whole bunch of stuff around in the affiliate. And I go out the garage door and I see Alexis and this dude getting into it. And the dude was the owner of this gym. And I walk up and I go, what's going on over here? And they're all frustrated and they're shouting at each other. And what I eventually found out is that Alexis used the wrong trash can, dumpster, whatever. And I don't remember exactly what happened after that, but I do remember having some sort of thought where I'm like, well, it's the wrong trash can. Why are you yelling at him? Like, take it out of the trash can and put it in our trash can. It's right there. And when I make videos where I say things, I'm not just gonna start shouting at the other gym owner when it is his trash can. And that might be something that's different than Dave and myself. And Alexis hates when that happens. Why didn't you back me up? Well, it's not our trash can. Ours is right there. I wouldn't like it if he overfilled ours either. There's only so much room in it. We pay for it. He pays for his. So what ends up happening is we take the stuff out of his trash can, we put it into our trash can, and everything is good. I'm gonna get in trouble for bringing this story up. But I'm curious over there if Dave actually thinks everything over there is all hunky-dory. And at the beginning of this video, I want to know why he thinks that everything I say is bad. But this last minute or so is a 100% direct insight into the way that I look at things. And some people are going to share that. And I'll let you know if Alexis gets pissed about the story. Dave, I hope you liked my positive recap on the past calendar year that you requested. Andrew Hiller, at your service. Out.
Please smash that like button. No one touches there.
Yesterday, he said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!